Welcome to the second part of our tutorial. In the last tutorial we created a small weblog application consisting of two tables named blog and comment. You see this comment form here. In this tutorial we want to integrate this form into a blog table form so that the blog comments actually go beneath the blog entries right here. So how to do this? Let's get back to our XML file we created during the last tutorial. You see that the generator added two forms on the bottom, one for table blog, one for table comment. What we want to do now is to integrate the comments form into the blog form. You need to move this inside, and that's it. Okay, so let's review our plugin for a moment. Quad page generator created a few files for us. Let's look inside. We got this directory named my first plugin. It's the same name as the plugin itself. It has a languages directory and a templates directory. This is where translations go, and this is for storing your templates. You got one for your blog table, one for your comment table. You got a preview icon, and you got a large preview, and you got a skeleton PHP file. So let's take a look at this PHP file. Open it up. Basically what we got here is we got a class that implements this plugin. It has a default event handler here, which is called whenever there's not a specific function to handle the event called. So it gets the name of the event and a list of arguments. There are some auto-generated functions here to delete entries in the database, retrieve the forms from the database, insert new contents into the database, and update existing contents, which is down here. All the other functions which are public you can call by adding a URL parameter and then the name of the function you want to call. In this case it might be my first plugin comment. Type in this and you will call that function. Okay, let's take a look at this function itself. You see this here. The function itself doesn't do anything at all. You see it just returns true, and everything is declared in these annotations. You see an associated template file, you see a language file, you see a title given, and you see a declaration that a menu entry should be created for this function in the start menu. You also see we got user restrictions. You need to be either a user of group my first plugin or an administrator to access this function. Okay. Now, since we integrated our form into the other, we need to reflect this inside our plugin. We go to the function that actually retrieves our comment form. You see what it does. Basically it retrieves the database and searches for a form named comment in the root of the XML elements. So what we do here, is we change this to get block form, since we want to retrieve our comments form from inside the block form. Let's rename this to form. And we will call block form get form comment, and that will be our comments form. Once we've done this, and give it a refresh in the browser, click detailed view, and here we go. You see that this is our block entry form at the top and our comments entries right below. Now what we want to do next is we want to get rid of this icon. We don't need it anymore. And also re-entry here. To do this, we will go back to my first plugin comment, which shows the edit form for our comments. And to remove the icon, we just remove the function and press save. Next thing we want to do is to remove access restrictions from our start page, so everybody is able to view our block entries without needing to be in a special user group. Do this, I just remove user restrictions, press save, and off we go. So that's all. Next thing we want to do is to return to our administration panel and tell Yana that plugin configuration has changed. We do this by clicking reload plugin list right here. Yana will now start to rescan all directories and search for any changes in the plugins. Here we go. And if I now give it a refresh, you will see that the second icon is gone and also a menu entry here. Alright. I hope you enjoyed this, and bye bye.